Hi everyone, welcome to e-learning. This is regarding a cost sheet. We need to find out cost per unit and total profit. The problem goes like this. The following data related to manufacture and sale of 20,000 units of a standard product which is sold at rupees 6 per unit. So raw materials opening is 30,000 rupees, closing is 10,000 rupees. Purchase of raw materials rupees 20,000, direct wages rupees 24,000, machine hour worked 2,000 hours and machine hour rate is rupees 5 per hour. Then work in progress, opening work in progress is 8,000, closing is 3,000 rupees. Office overhead 10,000 on works cost, selling and distribution overhead rupees 1.5 per unit. Prepare a cost sheet to find out first one, that is A, cost of production per unit, B, total profit. Let us proceed with the solution. Here I will write the cost sheet. Then there are particular problem column, total cost, and we are solving the unit costing, so there is one more column, that is unit cost per unit. So this is particulars, total cost, and here cost per unit. So this is the particulars, total cost column and cost per unit column. Let us start with, you already know we have various breakups in a cost sheet, that is from direct material, direct wages, direct expenses, factory overhead, administrative overhead, selling and distribution overhead, and finally the sales. Let us start with in problem we have something called raw materials. So direct raw materials. Direct raw materials, there is opening stock of raw materials. So opening raw materials amounted to rupees 30,000. I will write into inner column. Then add, you know for opening particular raw materials we need to add purchases for this year. So add purchases, of raw materials. They have purchased 20,000 rupees. Then to total it, so amounted to rupees 50,000. Then we need to deduct closing stock of raw material. So here closing stock of raw materials amounted to rupees 10,000. 10,000. If you deduct from 50,000, if you deduct 10,000, you will get 40,000. So 40,000 is your raw material. So this is raw material consumed. And in a problem they mentioned to find out that you need to find out for a cost per unit also. So there are totally, here we can write 20,000 units. This is for 20,000 units. So for all the total cost, if you divide by a 20,000 units, then you will get cost per unit. 40,000 divided by 20,000 units, you will get here 2 rupees. We need to add direct wages. So it is direct wages. Direct wages amounted to rupees 24,000. 24,000. Then 24,000 divided by 20,000 is 1 rupee 20 paisa. Then for this we need to add direct expenses, but we don't have direct expenses in this particular problem, so we need to add these two. 40,000 plus 24,000 is 64,000. This is our prime cost. Prime cost. So this is prime cost. So if you find out cost per unit per prime cost, so 64,000 divided by 20,000 is 3.20. Then for prime cost we need to add. So again I am telling you, prime cost is a combination of direct material, direct labor and direct expenses, or prime cost includes three direct things, that are direct material, direct labor and direct expenses. Then add factory overhead. Add factory overheads. Factory overhead, machine hour worked in multiplied by machine hour rate, that is 2000 multiplied by 5. So the factory overhead would be 10,000. 10,000 divided by 20,000 is 0.50. So if we add these, 64 plus 10 is 74,000, 3.70 paisa. Then for this we call as works cost, but in a problem we have work in progress. So opening work in progress is to be added to this, and closing work in progress is to be deducted from this. So here this is gross works cost or gross factory cost. Then add opening work in progress amounted to rupees 8,000. 8,000. This is 82,000. Then deduct closing work in progress, that is closing is 3,000. So we will have 79,000. Then here we will have 0.40, 4.10, 0.15 and 3.95. This is 79,000 is net works cost. Net works cost or net factory cost, and this I will take into here. Add office overhead. Office overheads. So the second function of a particular company is office overhead. Office overhead, they have told you to charge 10% on works cost. 10% on works cost. So here it is 10% on works cost. Here factory overhead is based on machine hour rate and machine total machine worked. Here office overhead is 10% on works cost. Our works cost is here. So 79,000 into 10% is 79,000 into 10% is 7,900. 7,900 divided by this 20,000 units is comes around 0.395. Then if you add this, we will get 86,900. Cost for unit is 4 rupees 345. This is we call as cost of production. Then for this we need to add one more, the functional classification of a particular cost in a cost sheet, that is selling and distribution overhead. Selling and distribution overhead. Selling and distribution overhead, it is between 1.5 rupees per unit. So selling and distribution overhead is 1.5 based on 1.51 rupees 50 paisa per unit is, that is based on 20,000 units. So 1.5 multiplied by 20,000 units will get 30,000 and divided by 20,000 is 1.5 again. Then if you add this cost of production plus selling and distribution, around 1,16,900, and cost per unit is 5 rupees 848. This is our cost of sales. Cost of sales. Then here they have mentioned the, they are not given a sales, but they are given the selling price per unit. So that is 6 rupees per unit. Selling price is 6 rupees per unit. That is we have sold totally. I will leave one line here to mention the balancing figure. It may be a profit or it may be a loss. So sales, that is 20,000 units into 6 per unit. So selling price is 6 per unit. 20,000 into 6 is 1 lakh 20,000. Here we will get 6 rupees. 6 rupees. Then the balancing figure, 1,20,000 minus 1,16,900, it is 3,100. So if it is in a positive, we will have profit. 3,100 divided by 20,000 units, that is profit per unit is 0.155. So this is our profit. This is profit per unit. This is profit, total profit for a period. I will repeat here. Direct raw material. For a direct indirect raw material, we have opening stock of raw materials plus purchases minus closing stock of raw materials, we will get raw material consumed. Then for that we need to add direct wages and direct expenses. In this particular problem we have only direct wages. So if we add raw material consumed to direct wages, then we will get prime cost, that is 64,000. Then if we add factory overhead to a prime cost, that is amounted to rupees 64,000 plus 10,000 is 74,000. It is based on machine hour rate and machine hour worked. Then we will get 82,000, 74,000. For this we need to add the opening stock of raw materials. We need to deduct closing stock of raw materials, that is 79,000. That is net works cost, that I will take it here, 79,000. Then we need to add office overhead. Office overhead is 10% on works cost. This is works cost, so 79,000 into 10%, 7,900. If we add 79,000 plus 7,900 is, we will get 86,900, that we call as cost of production. Then selling and distribution, 1.5 rupees per unit. So we have totally 20,000 units, that is amounted to rupees 30,000. So 86,900 plus 30,000 is 1,16,900, that is cost of sales. Then they have mentioned cost per unit is selling price per unit is 6 rupees. So 6 rupees into 20,000 units will get 1,20,000. Then if you balancing figure, this 1,20,000 minus cost of sales will get 3,100 is our profit. So this is all about the particular solution. Thank you.